Yes, so guess what? Today was really cool, right? It's a beautiful summer, but it's not actually summer, it's spring day in LA, in Hollywood. And I'm just walking around because it's just like that. And I wanted to do a video about fat. But before I do the video about the fat, I'm just going to show you the very, very common Melrose Avenue, street, lane, whatever you want to call it. So here we go. Here we go. This is Melrose. And this kind of quiet today, surprisingly. We get a lot of tourists here. But yeah, like you can see the tourists behind me. This is the famous street where they did a TV show called Melrose Avenue. Anyway, I digress. So, I'm going to be doing a video about fat because you guys asked and I'm going to tell. Okay, so here we go. Let's get back to it. So, I'm going to walk back this way. I'm walking backwards. I'm just dorky like that. So, here we go. What kind of fats are the best kinds of fats for the ketogenic diet? Well, that's the big subject. Fat is so important. You have no idea. Oh, it's neighborhood, and we've got buildings, and Stephanie totally distracted. Okay, you can't see me because it's dark on this side. So here we go. What kind of fats do you eat on the ketogenic diet? Well, the number one important fat I'd say for keto adaptation, boom, let's get over here. Just lovely, lovely artwork right here. So the best fats for the ketogenic diet are MCT oil. It's a medium chain triglyceride. And I think I've spoken about it before, but I just wanted to reiterate how important it is to use this very tiny, small in structure fat. And the reason why it's so amazing is because it bypasses your whole digestive system. Bam, that's the business. Back to here. Okay, so if you take an MCT in oil, and you guys go get 100% MCT oil. My favorite brand is Now. I'm not a supplement pusher or brand pusher, but it's a brand that is 100% and it's some good stuff. It's good octane fuel. Okay, here we go. So what's the deal with the fat? You have to eat a lot of fat to adapt. A lot of fat. If you don't eat a lot of fat, you ain't gonna adapt. Why is that? Because your brain, once you cut down your carbohydrates, and you guys, we're talking about, let's see if I'm gonna get blind here. We're talking about the non-BS diet. I've decided to call the ketogenic diet the non-BS diet because this is the only lifestyle practice that you can do successfully if you only literally balance your body. If you don't balance the stress, if you don't heal all the systems in the body, you're not going to get to the other side of that bridge, which is fantastic, y'all. It's the best shite ever. Why is it the best shite ever? Because you have infinite amount of what? Energy. You're so stoked, and energy always puts us in a better mood. That's what energy does. People don't think about it. When you're tired, you're emotional. You're cranky. You have low energy. You're demotivated. Yes? The former self, the doubts, the self-doubt, the synapses lock into the key, and you don't commit to anything. How do I know that? Because people don't stop doing things that are bad for them. It's like a hamster wheel. So the fat is so important to get into a state of what? Ketosis. Yes? We want our brains to understand what beta-hydroxybutyrate is. That's converted in the liver from fats. Fats that you eat, and fats from what? Your body. Your body, at any size, has 40,000 kilocalories of energy to burn at any one time, but only when you're in a state of ketosis. Otherwise, you're just going to do what? Burn muscle. Why would you want to do that? You know what else you burn? Collagen under the skin, connective tissue under your neck, your triceps, and your belly. That's what happens. That's why some people that lose weight too quickly look like crap. They look like shite, because their bodies are catabolizing. They are eating their body from the inside out. And that's why when you lose weight too quickly, some people look sick, and they are sick. So what's the deal with the fat? You have to have a lot of fat. Does it matter how much fat? No. Is fat safe? Yes. Is saturated fat safe? Yes. We've been lied to, people. How can the substrate that we're made out of be bad for us? Yeah, we have fatty bits all over. I mean, even though I'm low in fat, I still have fatty bits because I'm a woman. So, yeah, there's a lot of vitamins in fat, you know. Yep, that's how we feed our organs. Yes. And when we eat fatty bits of an animal, like liver from a grass-fed calf or organic chicken liver, chock full with nutrients, even vitamin C. And that's how our ancestors, our primal ancestors, were able to go full season, 8, 9 months without refeeding on carbohydrates, because things just simply didn't grow. So they ate the fattiest bits of the animal, the brain, the eyeballs, the tongue, the liver, the kidney, the heart, because that would give them those fat-soluble vitamins that would fuel their body, be able to convert ketones into a usable source of energy to fuel your body. So when you start the ketogenic diet, I'd say eat as much fat as possible. I mean, there's weight, gender, height, fitness level, but it's not going to hurt you, and it's not going to raise your LDLs, and it's not going to make small particle LDLs, low-density lipoproteins. It's actually going to fuel, like eggs. Egg yolks have an infinite amount of nutrients in there, and people are eating egg whites. Really? Are you serious? Blech. Eat the whole damn egg. That's what I'm saying. Eat the whole damn egg. MCT oil, butter, ghee. See, butter doesn't have that much casein. People have casein allergies from dairy. So when you're trying to do the ketogenic diet, I'm starting to be like, if you have a hard time adapting in the first 6 weeks, do a process of elimination of foods that may be blocking your keto adaptation and not making you ketotic. Cut out the damn cheese. But you can keep the butter because it's very low. And when you have ghee, you have even less. So my number one fats on the ketogenic diet are egg yolks, grass-fed beef, MCT oil, medium-chain triglycerides that bypass bypasses your gallbladder, because you know when you eat fats, long-chain fats, they're so dense that your body has to like scrub them and break them down into a smaller molecule, which then they have to be broken down in your stomach, which then they have to pass through the villi in your small intestine to even hit the blood, and by then they start to be burned off. And people don't understand that fats by themselves don't have a transportation system to get into the fat cell, and that's why when Dr. Atkins introduced the Atkins diet in the 80s and early 90s, people lost so much weight because they were not stuffing their fat cells with so much insulin from processed carbohydrates. But then they would plateau because they were not ketotic. They didn't get into a state of ketosis where your brain learns how to burn ketones and body fat as fuel through the brain, and it calms it down. And ADD and depression, schizophrenia, Alzheimer's, all of these issues improve exponentially. In fact, all of autoimmune disorder diseases improve. And it's something that some of the other people out there don't really talk about, is the benefits from the ketogenic diet beyond cancer. Beyond cancer. How about a dysbiosis of the gut, where you have like digestive issues or Crohn's disease or irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. That's what's dope. You know, what about cavities? What about eyesight problems? What about your thyroid? And what about if you get clogged up in the pooper scooper? And you know, that's not good to have all those toxins in your intestine. Okay, you guys, so my number one pick is MCT oil, but also coconut oil. Coconut oil is only around 60% MCT, so the rest of it is an LCT. But coconut oil has lauric acid, which is immune fighting. It's in breast milk. MCT doesn't, but it has the component to trick the brain that there's no famine. And that's the problem. When you go down in fat, your brain thinks that it's starving. And when it's starving, it slows down your metabolism. And that's why some people don't see huge weight loss gains because they don't have the right fats. And you need monounsaturated fats from olive oil on your salad or avocado. Those are the best. And all fats have a mixture. They have mono, they have poly, they have saturates. What do the saturates do? Saturated. Okay, guys, so eat your fat. Don't worry about how much because it's not going to hurt you. It's only going to make keto adaptation go faster. Why? Because when you cut out the carbs, even though you're eating a lot of food, your brain still thinks it's starving. It's like, where's the glucose? Because you're glucose dependent. And we don't want to be glucose dependent because it makes us stupid. And it makes us tired, and it makes us hypoglycemic, and it makes us demotivated, and it literally destroys your leptin signal and your thyroid and your adrenals and makes your sleep crappy and downregulates your testosterone and makes you estrogen dominant and makes you infertile, and that sucks. Eat fat, you guys, because so many systems in our bodies are made out of fat. There is no, stop asking me how much fat, eat as much as you need to adapt. Then, when you get into a state of ketosis, you can cut back. Then you can fast, because now your brain knows what fat is. It's this constant back and forth battle of trying to find the right fuel. Are we going to be glucose dependent? Are we going to be ketone dependent? The brain's always going to choose carbs if it's under stress. That's why you got to get your cortisol level low. But if you can calm yourself down and get the gut fixed, get some fermented foods in there and take out all the fires in your body, then your body can cross that bridge and become fat adapted. You don't need as much fat to access what? The 40,000 calories of fat. Okay, you guys, this is the business. I busted my knee. I'm going to show you. I know you probably can't see. Here we go. It's my busted knee, pro skateboarder. And the irony is, you guys, when I was just like hanging around on Melrose, I heard skateboarding behind that wall. So I went back there and they're like, it's a closed session. And I said, well, you know, I go back in the day with the whole pro scene. And they're like, really? And I said, yeah. So they let me back, and I can't wait to skate this place. I'm so stoked. It's wood. Wood's my favorite. Dope ass ramp. Anyway, I digress. So check me out on my new website. It's 40% done. There's going to be a lot more things coming up. StephaniePerson.com, and my Facebook is Stephanie Person Skater. But that's getting filled up, so I'm going to have to switch it to a fan page. All right, you guys, eat as much fat as possible. Make sure you get your butter, your ghee, from Kerrygold butter, grass-fed, or your ghee, organic. Or you're going to get your MCT oil and your coconut oil and your avocados. Peace out. Use MCT. If you're feeling like crap, always take a tablespoon because it goes through your system quickly. It doesn't have to go through this big scrubbing down of digesting. And so it goes like mouth, liver, stomach, bam, the blood, and it works like a carbohydrate, and it's a great pre-workout, and that's it. Peace out, guys. I'm in Melrose on a sunny day getting a tan. Ciao. Bing, 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 bing.